Imagine creating a film. You wrote the film, produced the film, directed the film, edited the film, distributed the film. Can you imagine the process in which you learn doing that? It takes you to a whole nother level when you're in a room full of other directors who could be great directors, but it's a whole nother vision, it's a whole nother insight when you actually hands-on. A dreamer working until it becomes reality. That's exactly what it is, because to be a business owner, to be a CEO, to be an executive, you gotta start as a worker. Regardless if you sweeping or mopping, if you opening the doors, if you cleaning the windows, wherever you at, you gotta have a vision. You gotta see something that gives you that vision, and that's the day you begin to dream. I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur riding in the back of my father, may he rest in peace, riding in the back of his Buick, those windows down, and that breeze felt good. I love that breeze. But I knew I wanted to ride in one of them big nice cars too. Windows up and where the ceiling come back. And around my father and my mother, it was always cool to dream. You know what I mean? If I seen something I like, they ain't tell me, don't look at that, no. You see that? Yeah, I see it. It's a lot of dudes I saw live a certain lifestyle that came to a cease. The fungus is still among us. You feel me? A lot of lifestyle cease. It wasn't like that for Rose. You gotta have respect, you gotta know your role, you gotta play your position. You gotta know what the deal is. You gotta honor the set, man. That's how it go. And when you one of them people who you honor the set, you understand your role, hey, maybe some things come a little easier. When I see who live a little reckless sometimes, you could block your blessings, man. You could be sitting right next to the next play that could have put you in a position where to join the 3 Karma Club. We all need to take advantage of our assets. Let's take advantage of it. That's something we could do. If we could communicate, we most definitely are authors. You naturally are author, homie. And then if you most definitely got something that's valuable for others to absorb, you are author. Let's not leave that untapped. When I sat down with Jay and L.A. Reid, you know, I got a 7-figure advance right off the rip for, you know, my first album. I wasn't satisfied though. So like I said, I got that advance and I hadn't spent, already had a crib, already had my 745 Beamer, you know, what other little whips I had just from doing my thing. So I just stayed focused on the grind. That whole first year, when you go back and listen to all my records really from 06, my voice hoarser than them, because I was doing shows and verses every day. I ain't give a I wasn't leaving nothing on the table, nothing. And that's still my mentality right now. That's still my mentality right now. I'm still that same person. If somebody come over here and they talking about, I'm gonna tell them, come drop that off and bring the rest the next day. Why not? Let's do something we ain't never seen.
Make history.
That's what it's all about. If it ain't history, that's small talk, homie. I signed some artists to me that I felt had more than enough talent to really get money, but they may have lacked that drive. You know, and that's nothing, nobody ever sat me down and explained that to me. No, that's something that I had to learn on my own, you know what I mean? So I apply that to all the ventures we do. I look everybody in the eyes. Do you really want this? Because I hope you understand, once I become a part of this, every day, we get on all platforms and rep our brands. Not once a week. That's offensive to me. Every day. You ain't thinking about winning every day? It's just like laying your outfit out. What we get money with, who we get money with, we gonna make them feel us every day. We gotta know how we look at things now. We can't look at it for the current state that it's in. What's the potential? Because owning a building on the corner that they knocked down 15 years later and put a high rise on could have made you $25 million. Real estate has always been an asset. You can make a new car, you can't make that corner. You gotta buy that corner. And if my last name on it, you gotta come see me. I bought $1 million home maybe 2 minutes from here that I still own, that's right around the corner, just so I could ride by it every day while I'm in Atlanta. And that's what the play was. You must manage your emotions. You gotta master the art of taking the L. Because being the boss, you're gonna lose, you're gonna win, you know? So you gotta be able to grow and take from whatever the situation is, regardless of what it is. And sometimes I may not be the best at dealing with my emotions. Sometimes I do. It's like that though. But overall, you know what I mean? I leave my door open for good business. And that's more important than the way I eat my emotions. So, you know, the goal is let's do something we've never seen. That's what's burning the fire within me. I could draw inspiration from almost anything. If I'm walking through the airport and I see a small little cubicle and it could be an independent person selling donuts, I could see some vision in that. You know what I mean? Because Krispy Kreme had to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Or I could just be riding through Atlanta and see an exit that say Tyler Perry Studio and say, homie got his own exit off the highway. What would that have to be if I had my own exit off the freeway? You know what I mean? Wow. That's where the vision started at. So I could really draw, man, inspiration from anything or anyone. A lot of times I'm in black neighborhoods, black communities, and I go to the liquor stores. I was just performing in Houston. Pull up in Texas. Yo, boom, we jump out at a liquor store. Yo, it's a small liquor store. Yo, there's such and such and such behind the glass. Her dad own it. Your dad own it? How long your dad had this? For 25 years. Your dad had this for 20. Call him. Rose just want to say what's happening. You know, what did he do to get a liquor store and get money with it? He ain't just sit outside, lean on the car and get drunk with everybody else. He got money with it and kept it, and now his daughter running it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's inspiration to me. Too many watching, because you expecting problems. I ain't gonna do that. Once you've been put in position, you're liable and you will be held accountable, and you're responsible for your job that you're getting compensated for. And we only here for one thing. We want to win. I want to see you win just as much as I win, brother. Let's enjoy it. So you actually could wake up every day and come do this shit. Let's enjoy it. That's what it's about. We got to enjoy this shit. Let's enjoy working hard. Let's enjoy winning. Now, if you can't handle this, if there's too much paper for you, bow out. Check out.
Is it rough days, or do I have days that don't go the way I would want them to do? Of course. But when you're a boss, it's like, how do we fix it now? We woke up, some whole going on, but how do we fix it? You know, you light the joint back up and we back. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's fixed.